Right guys, this is day one of the Dundonald Links golf course adventure. So today we're playing 18 holes. The winds are meant to be up to 43 miles per hour, so I don't know if we'll get much filming done because I don't know if our golf bags will stand up long enough to be filmed. So that'll be interesting whether we can actually play 43 miles per hour winds. Not looking forward to it. But it's going to be good. We're having an overnight as well, and we're playing 18 again tomorrow, which is meant to be a lot better weather. So I'm very excited about this. Can't wait to get on the Dundonald Link course and see how badly I can really play. Right guys, so it's day two at the Dundonald Link course. Paul and I played here yesterday at 43 mile per hour winds, and it was absolutely... We played really well. The ball just wasn't going the distance because the wind was always in our face, but we had a good laugh. We got to know the layout of the course. So today is day two. It's sunny, it's warm. Neat jacket or tux, this is great. And 7 mile per hour winds, and we've got an hour warm up before we can actually go out. So this will be different because we don't usually warm up or do any practice before we tee off, so it's nice to warm up and before we actually tee off. So we're going to play off the blues today, not whites, and yeah, let's see how we get on. Right guys, so that's the 2 days done. I've been home a couple of days. I just wanted to reflect over it before I made the outro section of the video. I actually had a fantastic time. Just to go over everything, the first day it was 43 miles per hour winds. It was very high winds. It was very strong. We felt like we were the only two on the course. It was a few people went out that day, so we had a nice relaxing day. Even though there was high winds, we managed to play a steady game. We kind of compensated for the wind direction, and we really focused more that day on the wind. So we actually played pretty decent. For the both of us, we played pretty decent. However, day 2, it was again sunny, t-shirt on, the wind was about 7 miles per hour. It was gentle, but unfortunately the front 9 we didn't play too well because this thing here, we don't have a group of people taking cameras and filming it for us so we can focus on the game. It's one guy in a camera and making sure the camera's pointing in the right direction, in shot, sound on, hitting that record button, which at times I did forget to hit the record because I just got distracted by getting the camera set up, make sure the camera was pointing in where it should be, and forgetting to hit the button. But day 2 was a busy day. I mean, there was, I think I put a group, there was like 20 people just waiting to go off, then we were behind them, then there was people behind us. So we didn't really want to be like arsing about the camera, getting it all set up too slowly, because you have to keep pace at this. So it was a case of like, we struggled to get the camera on that and thinking about our games and hitting our shots. We felt rushed. It wasn't fun. So when we came off at 9, we had a lunch. I made the call. I was like, let's not worry about filming. Let's just go out, enjoy it. We paid to come here, and let's just enjoy the experience of playing on the links course. The back 9, however, we played brilliant. It was just so much relaxed. It was just go up, think about your shot, what club to use, not having to worry about this here, and just hit our games, and we played so much better. I love Dundonald Link's course. It's just brilliant. Now, I'm going to give the whole thing experience a rating out of 10. We'll go with the reception, right? So you go in, reception, the place was absolutely stunning. That old feel to it with the dark oak woods and the carpet and the tartan, it looks fantastic. Reception was absolutely lovely. She couldn't be any nicer. Explained everything in detail. Lovely. The pro shop just across from it, the layout is absolutely brilliant. I loved it. We went in there about 3 or 4 times just to make sure that we never missed anything, and we bought a whole bunch of stuff for ourselves. And the young lassie behind the till, she was very nice, very pleasant. She's like asking, oh, did you get told where the changing rooms is, about the sauna and that? I went, yes, we got told that. Lovely. The waitresses, fantastic. Couldn't floor them. They were just absolutely brilliant. And like one of them, I think she's like maybe the head waitress there. She's like, I'm going to have to tell you to move. That's not the seat where you should be sitting. I'm like, oh, what have I done wrong? She went, no, you should be sitting here so you can look at that view. And it was just in jest, it was a joke thing. But, the humour was there, and I was like, oh, you're absolutely right. My apologies. They were great. The waitresses were great. The bar staff were absolutely fantastic. We even spoke to one of the greenkeepers. They were so nice. I mean, every staff member there was so nice. The food, we had the lunches and we went for the dinner. I can't float. The coleslaw was just amazing. The lunch was just, everything tasted fresh and freshly made. It was just super. I loved it. And yes, there's me drinking a bit. That's my first time trying a Guinness, thanks to Paul. That's the first time I tried a Guinness. And it's not that bad, it's not disgusting, but it's not the greatest. It wouldn't be the first thing I buy. The lodges that we stayed in, great size, very spacious, it's very quiet. Just at the back, when you go out the back door, depending what side you're at, where we were, you can actually just walk over the hill, and the driving range is there, and it's free. You know, you're not having to pay for balls at this. I mean, there's wee like wooden boxes there, and the greenkeeper just fills it up. Apart from it late at night where he takes all the balls out, so you're not playing at night time. But you can just go over there, play. We'll take a couple of clubs with you, and then you just go back over the hill, back into your lodge. But the beds were comfortable, the toilet facilities was great. You got all the Sky channels as well, which I thought was brilliant. And it was a very quiet lodge. It was a very quiet area, even though it's like, I think most of the lodges were taken, but no one was disrespectful or loud. Now I have struggled sleeping as it is, but it was quiet enough that I could sleep, and it was pleasant. So all in all, let's not forget about the course itself, actually. So the course, well maintained, even though it's winter season still, because the new season starts, I think, next week. On 2 weeks' time, the season actually starts. So classing this as winter season, the greens were perfect, the fairway was perfect, the rough was all manageable, and what I loved was, even when I did a bad shot, I could still play my ball, not take it out and take a 2-stroke penalty or whatever. It was manageable. It was absolutely brilliant. Honestly, I could have went there every day for a year. I would not get bored. That's how much I love that course. So out of 10, so I'm going to give it for place, aesthetic look, the lodge, food, staff, just all of it. I'm going to give it 10 out of 10. There was nothing to me that was flawed. There was nothing that I could go, didn't like it. Nah, I could have done without that. So I'm very pernickety when it comes to stuff, right? So I'll look for flaws. Not all the time, but you know, if I'm expecting something, then I expect to get that. So if you're paying something high end like Dundonald Link, you expect to get high end. And we did. We had banter with the staff. I think the staff was kind of relieved as well, because like some of the posh golfers, they are very arrogant and rude, and it's free to be nice. So try be nice, people, when you're at Dundonald Link, and tell the staff, not just there, in fact, any place you go, staff are there to do a job, don't be nasty. We had a great time. I was gutted when I was coming on the back. I was on the back nine, knowing it was coming up to an end, and I didn't want it to end. The place was so quiet, so surreal. The scenery was beautiful. It is a 10 out of 10. I cannot flaw any of the staff members. They were superb. For me, I've only been in that place. Dundonald is number one for me. It's the one place that you need to go if you want to try a links course. Dundonald is it. So if Glen Eagles and St Andrews and anyone else who works there or go, hey, what about us? Invite me along. I'll give it a rating as well. But it's definitely one of the places I'd highly recommend it. I'm hoping to do some other places like St Andrews and Glen Eagles and Carnoustie and other places. Hopefully it's just, you know, prices are a little bit and just getting the time to go there and do it. But that there, Dundonald Link, got the top on, got the hat on, is number one place. If you want a nice course, nice meals, nice lodgings, nice staff, it is the number one place to go. And I just want to personally thank each and every staff member, even Gary at the starter at hole one, at TO box at one. He is lovely. Hope you've done well at Dubai Marathon. Good luck to you, pal. Well done on you. But every one of you guys at Dundonald Link, every staff member there, thank you. Thank you for your kindness, your pleasantries, the smiles, the banter, just everything you guys do at Dundonald Link. Thank you so much. You made our stay memorable and enjoyable. So thank you Dundonald Link staff members for the great experience. So you guys watching, hope you liked the video. Don't forget, click that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so. If not, thank you for watching anyway. It's much appreciated. You can also find me on Instagram as well as TikTok. And that's it from me, guys. Enjoy your next round of golf. Catch you later. Bye.